Nnamdi Kanu has actually sued the NIA boss, the DG, over the role in his torture detention in Kenya. So he described it. How do you react to this particular development, especially it's coming few days after demanding an apology from the Attorney General of the Federation and also slamming 20 billion or 20 million or billion or something against the Attorney General, demanding apologies. How do you react to these latest developments?
So this story is about him demanding uh, for the sum of 20 billion naira as general and exemplary damages uh, for what he described as unlawful torture and forced detention after his illegal, in inverted commas, rendition from Kenya. It is believed that Kanu was in Kenya when Nigerian officials, supported by their Kenyan friends, whisked him away and brought him to Nigeria. So Kanu has already won a case about that, deeming his arrest as having violated international law. He's won that case already. Kanu also won another case that he filed in Umuahia, in which he sought for aggravated damages as a result of the attack on his home by the armed forces of Nigeria, I think the Nigerian army at that time, which even necessitated his escape from Nigeria and his jumping of bail granted him by Justice Uyako. So I guess Kanu's strategy is to file as many of these cases as possible, win as many of them as possible, so that in future, if it comes to the matter of negotiating peace between the two contending groups, that is between Nigeria and its officials, as well as Kanu and his minders. This will put Kanu in a position of strength to be able to negotiate and get some concessions from the Nigerian government. Now, this particular case, Kanu's lawyers are saying that they have fresh evidence about the role played by the DG of NIA, Abubakar, either in his personal capacity or in his official capacity. That's talking about Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, the DG of NIA. This case was filed at the Abia State High Court in Umuahia. Remember, Kanu won his first case against the federal government also in Umuahia. The case had to do with the attack on his father's house and the destruction of property in that place while they were looking to arrest Nnamdi Kanu for what has been described as his anti-Nigerian and treasonable offenses against our country. So, filing these matters, hoping that he can rack up as many judicial victories as possible before moves for possible resolution of this matter through dialogue begins. It's not every matter that you can decide through the courts, especially this kind of matter that has cost people their businesses, has cost people their lives. No one can deny that the detention of Nnamdi Kanu worsened insecurity in the Southeast. Yes, Kanu's agitation for a Biafran nation has worsened violence in the Southeast. But you can also not deny that his eventual detention after being picked up by Nigerian officials in a Gestapo manner in Kenya has also worsened insecurity in the Southeast. Many people have been kidnapped, many people have lost their lives, businesses have suffered as a result. And I still believe that somehow, this matter would be resolved through dialogue, through compromise. We've seen this sort of thing happen in the past, not just in our country, but outside it. It's not every matter that you can resolve militarily. It's not every matter that you can resolve through the courts. Some matters are better resolved through the use of dialogue, fence mending, and appeal to the sensibilities of the warring parties. It often always ends at the round table, because for our people, they suffered enough, and whatever sacrifice can be made, whatever concession can be made to put an end to the nonsense, to the senseless killings in the Southeast, senseless killing of our servicemen, senseless killing of our policemen, senseless killing of our innocent people, just for the fact that they wanted to register to vote in the upcoming elections. Have to stop. These killings have to stop. So my own argument is, don't rule anything out, don't rule anything in. As you can see, Kanu and his lawyers are pursuing legal means to secure his freedom. And this is just one of the steps that they've taken in recent times. They want a letter of apology as well to be published in the Guardian and in the Sun by the NIADG for the manner in which he was brought into Nigeria from Kenya without going through an extradition trial, and then his detention and torture in the hands of Nigerian officials. So Kanu is racking up these court cases, and he has succeeded on a few occasions. He wants to continue to win as many court cases as he can.